Okay, welcome to another episode of DSA with Pranav. Now we are solving this question named immediate smaller element. So they have given a vector and the size of the vector. We have to return for each and every element. We have to return its immediate smaller element towards the left side. If we do not find any of that, we can just put -1. We'll see how this works. So now we are at the very first index, fourth. So which is the immediate smaller? It's 2. So it's 2 here. Now for this element at index 1, the immediate smaller is 1. Now for this element at index 2, the immediate smaller, uh, we don't have any smaller element. So we'll just insert -1 as they had already mentioned in the question. If we don't find any smaller element, immediate smaller element, then we'll just insert -1. Then for this 5, the immediate smaller element is 3. And for this index, the last index, the immediate smaller element, we don't have any element, so we just return -1. So again, this is the condition for each and every last element in a vector. Uh, there will always be a -1 because we don't have any element immediately towards the right. So that was it. We'll code it now. Okay. Okay. So they have given an array, right? So we'll code. We'll iterate each and every element I less than n and I plus plus. Now we'll compare. What we'll compare is, first we'll compare the last condition, that if we encounter the lastmost element, if we are at the lastmost element, so if that is equals to n minus 1, then what we'll do is we'll just insert -1, because we cannot compare the next element, right? Because it will be index out of range. We'll get an error if we compare with the next element. So I say, now we'll compare. Now what we'll do is, if array of I, if array of I is greater than array of next element, if so that I must have to check the condition that if my current element must be greater than the next element. Only in that case, I'll update my current element value. So that will be equal to my the next element value, because that is the smallest element which I could find towards my right. Or else if I don't find that itself, I'll just return -1. Yes, it is actually here we don't need to return anything because there it's a void function, so we'll just make changes in the initial array itself. We'll submit it. Okay, it passed all the cases. Thank you.